The king of the north!
I am the dragon's daughter.
I want right to the both judge the lion.
Hello, sweet summer children. I'm back with some juice to get you through the long night. There has been so much negative emphasis on the way that I speak, I decided to change who I am and broadcast my videos in this basic ass voice. Psych! Just kidding. Guess what day it is? Gray Area DNA Day. If you don't know what Gray Area DNA is, it's when we take characters whose parents have come into question and we do a DNA test on them. DNA stands for Description, Narrative, and Actions. And if you didn't know, this is some serious new age shit that we're doing here. So let's talk. You guys have been leaving me comments and sending me emails about Jaime and Cersei, so I did some serious investigation, and all I'm gonna say is hang on to your britches. Tywin has been walking around Westeros with his chest all pumped out, flaunting his twins around, kicking dirt all on Tyrion. But wouldn't it be hilarious if Tyrion was the only true child that Tywin had? Without any further ado, let's start with the description. Cersei and Jaime are twins. They are rumored to be two peas in a pod, and they look so identical that their father couldn't even tell them apart when they were children. Cersei is described as strikingly beautiful with golden hair, emerald eyes, and fair skin. Jaime is described as fine as summer wine. I'm just kidding, but he is fine though. Jaime has green cat eyes and golden hair, and he is tall and handsome. Joanna Lannister, their mother, was beautiful with green eyes and blonde hair. She was a Lannister in her own right. She was Tywin's cousin before they married. Tywin is tall with green eyes flecked with gold. His hair is gold, but he's going bald, so he keeps his head shaved and has a golden whisker beard thing going on. He kind of looks like the Arm & Hammer man, but then he has like this gold Rick Ross going on. I don't know. So King Aerys II was considered to be handsome in his youth and a valiant warrior, and he was also vain. Cersei's kind of vain too. His hair was silver gold. We don't get a decent description of Aerys, so I decided to take some descriptions of his children that we know of allegedly, because nobody's parents are ever who they're really supposed to be. So Viserys has silver blonde hair, lilac eyes, and a hard, gaunt face. Daenerys has violet eyes, pale skin, and pale silver blonde hair. She is described as beautiful. Rhaegar was tall and beautiful with dark indigo eyes and silver hair. It's noteworthy to kind of add that Rhaegar, Viserys, and Daenerys are supposedly full Valyrian. Their mother and their father were brother and sister. Jaime and Cersei having golden hair and green eyes, I guess you could say that's them taken after their mother, but then again, Aerys does have the silver and gold hair. Let's let these descriptions just chill here and move on to the juice. It's all in the narrative. A lot of fans think that Tyrion is the Mad King's son, but Tyrion is the only one of Tywin's supposed children that is actually like him. Jaime and Cersei, they're a whole nother breed. Dragon spawn. In Dance of Dragons, we get word from Barristan Selmy that the Mad King was taken with Joanna Lannister. Prince Aerys, as a youth, he was taken with a certain lady of Castle Rock, a cousin of Tywin Lannister. When she and Tywin wed, your father drank too much wine at the wedding feast and was heard to say that it was a great pity that the Lord's right to the first night had been abolished. A drunken jade, no more. But Tywin Lannister was not a man to forget such words. This is what Barristan said to Daenerys. So the Lord's right would be Joanna's maidenhead, and Aerys was saying that it is him that took it. Joanna Lannister moved to King's Landing in 259 AC and stayed as a lady-in-waiting to Rhaella Targaryen. She married Tywin in 263 AC. Queen Rhaella dismissed Joanna Lannister from her service. No reason for this was ever given, but Lady Joanna departed at once for Casterly Rock and seldom visited King's Landing thereafter. In 266 AC, Joanna gave birth to twins, Jaime and Cersei. Upon hearing this, Aerys says, "I appear to have married the wrong woman." He gifted them their weight in gold and commanded Tywin to bring them to court when they were old enough to travel. "And bring their mother too, for it has been too long since I gazed upon that fair face." When Tywin didn't bring them, Aerys and 8-year-old Rhaegar went to Casterly Rock and stayed there for 7 months. In 272, Joanna brought Cersei and Jaime to King's Landing for the first time, and Aerys asked her if breastfeeding her youngins had ruined her tits that were always so high and proud. After all that, Tywin handed in his resignation, and it was during the birth of Tyrion that Joanna died. Allegedly. It's important to note that Joanna and Aerys could have been around each other at any time. When she was dismissed by Rhaella, the books say she went to Casterly Rock and seldom returned to King's Landing. But it doesn't say she never returned. Her husband was acting hand, so more than likely she visited King's Landing. She just didn't visit often. We have established that Aerys was obsessed with her like a fucking creep, and he claims to have taken her maidenhead. We also have established that after the birth of Jaime and Cersei, he gifted them their weight in gold and left his pregnant wife and ran off to Casterly Rock for 7 months with just Rhaegar and himself. Jaime and Cersei's incestual relationship is a very Targaryen thing, and it kind of occurred naturally. They were messing around before they were like 6 years old. Their mother caught them and separated them, and she died when they were 6, so they were practicing incest early before they even consciously could understand what they were doing. I mean, do you understand that type of shit at 6? I don't know. I don't. These are questions for smart people. In Feast for Crows, Jaime talks about how Cersei reminds him of Aerys. Jaime knew the look in his sister's eyes. He had seen it before, most recently on the night of Tommen's wedding, when she burned the Tower of the Hand. The green light of the wildfire had bathed the face of the watchers, so they looked like nothing, so much as rotting corpses, a pack of gleeful ghouls, but some of the corpses were prettier than others. Even in the baleful glow, Cersei had been beautiful to look upon. She stood with one hand on her breast, her lips parted, her green eyes shining. She is crying, Jaime had realized. But whether it was from grief or ecstasy, he could not have said. The sight had filled him with disquiet, reminding him of Aerys Targaryen and the way a burning would arouse him. She's even told that she sounds like Aerys. Lord Halen has assured me that his pyromancers can control the fire. The Guild of the Alchemists have been brewing fresh wildfire for a fortnight. Let all King's Landing see the flames. It will be a lesson to our enemies. Now you sound like Aerys. There was another interesting thing that she said when she burned the Tower of the Hand with wildfire. She was paranoid to start with, okay? She burned it down because she thought Tyrion was hiding in there, okay? Just super intense. Cersei compares the flames to the birth of Joffrey. It feels that good to her. Like, it feels like she just birthed her firstborn son, which is crazy. She's just crazy. Jaime asks Cersei if he wants him to escort her to bed. She says no need. Cersei felt too alive for sleep. The wildfire was cleansing her, burning away all her rage and fear, filling her with resolve. The flames are so pretty. I want to watch them for a while. So, what's interesting about this is Daenerys, which could be Cersei's sister, has a dragon dream where she dreams of Drogon. And it goes like this. When she slept that night, she dreamt the dragon dream again. Viserys was not in it this time. There was only her and the dragon. Its scales were black as night, wet and slick with blood. Her blood, Dany sensed. Its eyes were pools of molten magma, and when it opened its mouth, the flame came roaring out in a hot jet. She could hear it singing to her. She opened her arms to the fire, embraced it, let it swallow her whole, let it cleanse her and temper her and scour her clean. She could feel her flesh sear and blacken and slough away. She could feel her blood boil and turn to steam, and yet there was no pain. She felt strong and new and fierce. Sounds familiar. Sounds like Cersei. Jaime is much like Rhaegar, and not at all like Tywin. After Tywin's death, when Jenna Lannister is talking with Jaime in the Riverlands, she tells him something interesting. He tells her Tywin left a son. Jaime, she said, tugging on his ear, "Sweetling, I have known you since you were a babe at Joanna's breast. You smile like Geryon and fight like Tig, and there's some of Kevin in you, else you would not wear that cloak. But Tyrion is Tywin's son, not you. I said so once to your father's face, and he would not speak to me for half a year." So when she says this, I don't think she means that he isn't Tywin's son. I just think she means he does not act like Tywin. And he doesn't. He acts like Rhaegar, his brother. He gave up everything for the woman that he loves. Rhaegar broke an oath to his wife. Jaime broke an oath to his king. Oath breakers, king slayers, kin slayers, king makers. Jaime has a dream, or maybe not a dream. I don't know. The jury's still out on that. But while he's standing vigil over his father's body, his mother comes to him and drops some facts on him. We all dream of things we cannot have. Tywin dreamed his son would be a great knight, that his daughter would be a queen. He dreamed they would be so strong and brave and beautiful that no one would ever laugh at them. I am a knight, he told her, and Cersei is a queen. A tear rolled down her cheek. The woman raised her hood again and turned her back on him. She tells him what Tywin dreamed of, as if it wasn't what was actually happening. And if Jaime and Cersei aren't his children, then his daughter isn't a queen and his son isn't a knight because they aren't his children. And when you think about it, is she even talking about the same man? Because Tywin never wanted Jaime to be a knight. He wanted Jaime to be Lord of Casterly Rock. He was furious when Aerys knighted him and added him to the Kingsguard. Joffrey was also compared to Aerys as well. His madness and rage and his idea of mercy was also compared to Aerys through the eyes of Tyrion. In my sound opinion, I really think that Tyrion is Tywin's son. If he was Aerys' son, it would take away so much of the story between Tyrion and his father. But if Jaime and Cersei were Aerys' spawn, then it would make a lot of shit in the story crazy. Firstly, Cersei would be the heir to the Iron Throne. Cersei is older than Jaime and Daenerys, so she would be the rightful heir. Also, Robert Baratheon would have been wed to a Targaryen. I bet he would turn over in his grave. Tywin would have praised bastards and shunned his only blood, and Jaime would have killed his father, and Tyrion would have killed his father, and they would be the Kinslayer brothers. So, after all of the evidence, the DNA results are in, and Tywin, you are not the father. So actually, guys, I'm kind of on the fence. I would like to be able to nail that timeline down a little bit better, but we have been given limited info. But the way there is so much background on Joanna and the Mad King's relationship, I feel like there has to be something more to it. I don't think it's Tyrion. I think we are supposed to believe that it's Tyrion, but I think it's Jaime and Cersei. Let me know what you guys think. Are Cersei and Jaime dragon spawns or Lions of Lannister? Let me know who you would like me to do a DNA on next. As always, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell and join the Sweet Summer family. Okay, my sweet summer children. Have a good day.